All right, guys, let me get on. Let me get this in real fast because today is NFL game day. Today is NFL game day, and I want to talk. Let's just talk. Let's talk. There's lots going on. Okay. There's a lot going on. I wanted to talk because there's too much happening right now. We can't talk about. Let's talk about this. Let's reason about this. Let me get my little things. Yeah, let's talk about this. So okay. So I mentioned about the tracker, all right? I talked about the tracker and hey, people give me reasons as to why the tracker is workable. I understand. I understand the reasons why I give why the tracker is workable. So it's fine. I'm off on the tracker. It's fine. When it comes to the tracker, I'm okay. I'm okay. I can live with the tracker. I can live with the tracker. I'm telling you guys that right now. I can live with the tracker. Let me make that unequivocally clear. I can live with the tracker. All right, me get it. Me get it. Me get it. She need a tracker. Let me get some people in. Give me a moment. Let me just let some people in, guys, and then I should be good to go. So I can live with the tracker. I understand. I understand. Hey, every person need a tracker every now and again, I guess. Everybody need a tracker every now and again. Okay. So there is so much happening with this particular series that is like every day something new happen. Let me see. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna just make sure I have that down. Okay. So my take on the entire thing here. Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk this whole tracker argument and what has happened with the actual tracker. I said I didn't like the tracker, and it was because I felt like Amber didn't need the tracker. I feel like the Amber never really needed the tracker. This is just me personally giving a personal feeling on this. I felt like she never needed the tracker. I feel like the tracker is more of no vindictiveness than anything else. However, I can see the marker as to what you're trying to do with the tracker. But my thing is, why not get like a private investigator then? Because the private investigator, to me, is going to take photos versus me just tracking Anthony all over the place. I can get actual pictures and photos of Anthony doing things, of him, what you call it, collaborating then with Shayla, or him, doing things with Shayla. That's my reason for saying I prefer the PI than the tracker. Am I incorrect in my assessment on that? Am I incorrect in my assessment on that? I preferred, yet again, guys, I preferred the PI than the tracker because I felt like the PI would be taking pictures. He'd be following him around. He'd be seeing his motions. And he would have just more, the evidence would be a little bit more. But Brittany's a lawyer, don't get me wrong. I'm just, hey, we can talk about this. We can talk about this, that's for sure. Okay, so that was my reasoning behind the tracker. I also feel like the tracker was a little bit low, but hey, I get it. She needs evidence. And at this point in time, if you ask me, Brittany's a bit emotional, and I don't know if her emotions can carry her or carry Amber to victory. I'm concerned for her emotions carrying Amber to victory. I am personally concerned for Brittany's emotions taking Amber to victory. By the way, it's game day, guys. Don't worry. I understand, but we had to do this. We have to do this real fast. So, get into the whole idea of the tracker.
Negro. All right.
So somebody said that the tracker is on the outside of the car, not the inside. You are correct. The tracker is on the outside, not the inside. So if him go to a mechanic and them discover the tracker, what happens then? That is my thinking. What happens then? Maybe Nanya, because Nanya is generally Nanya is a justice person, and you might have other justice people in here. But let's say he goes to the mechanic, and the mechanic finds the tracker. Then what? That's one. That's my first question to the whole idea of the tracker thing. This is why me and the tracker thing kind of lean up. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit weird with the tracker. So let's say him go to there. So then what? That's my thing. All right. Or let's say the tracker falls off. Then what? Or let's say he doesn't drive anywhere, and the tracker is just on the vehicle, but he doesn't go anywhere at all. Then what?
I just love what I do.
So she loves what she does. What if the tracker app stop working? That's another thing. What if the tracker app stop working? Then what? These are my concerns when it comes to the tracker, guys. Me know what I go on, but the tracker kind of concern me. She keep tabs on him. She keep tabs on the man. Wanna know how I feel about the tracker already, You understand? Wanna know how I feel about the tracker already. Wanna know how I feel about the tracker. Yeah, but tell me about the tracker, guys. Come on. Tell me about the tracker. Tell me about the tracker because that's my concern with the tracker. What if, my question here is with this tracker, what if the tracker falls off? Then what? What happened to the evidence then? Isn't that a question to be asked? Then what happened at that point in time? It's what I talk about. You see? That's what I say with the tracker thing. That me I say with the tracker thing. So that's the thing. There we go. What with the tracker thing? Good morning, by the way. I don't know how to play, but hold on. Me could discuss the tracker situation. What if the tracker falls off? Then what? Have you guys ever put a tracker on it? Brittany is not emotional and passionate. Okay, just emotion. She's passionate. Yes, I understand the passion, but I also am saying this, and this is coming from Omari. Brittany is not emotional. She's just passionate. Yes, passionate. Yes, but there are some levels of emotion in her. I'm gonna show it to you in a particular video. There are levels of emotion where I notice when Anthony talked to her, she shrieks up. And that to me is concerning because I want my legal counsel to be so detached from a situation that she can actually fight this thing properly for me. And that's just my only thing. My only thing is that I feel like this is why I said that I feel like she's too close. Because it will look like it's no longer objective, but it is subjective and personal. And you can feel personal about things in a courtroom, but one thing I know about these particular things is that if you get too personal, the judge will start asking questions. Especially if the next counsel finds out that, wait, you knew him and you were in his house and is your best friend and you guys were taking trips together and you're doing things together. That was my only take on it. Because if all right, let me explain to you right now. If I was in Anthony's shoes, I'm arguing that right off of the bat. I know what y'all are saying, but I'm arguing with my legal counsel that I know the lawyer. And I'm going to argue that it's biased for her to represent him. I'm going to argue that. I'm hearing what you guys saying, that, you have lawyers defending as friends, but it's the connectedness of both of them. That is my questioning. This one me a question. Don't judge me, soon play something for you. Me soon play something for you. Me soon get something. Me could discuss this, because if we not discuss this today, because me have to do it just before we come off. It's so cool. All right. Okay. Yeah. So me have to check what I go on. Or you think we're not for it at all? You think we're not for it? You think we're not for it? Let me ask you something. Do you think Britney's saying, don't worry about a thing? Is that what Britney's saying? Because every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiling with the rising sun. Track up on Anthony Carr, right by his doorsteps, singing sweet songs, tracking him and Shayla. Let me know what you guys think with that. May I ask a question there? Me big no up on the tracker. No worries at all. We're not saying no worry. All right, no worry yourself. Since that's, let me ask you guys: is it no worry at all because Britney's on the case? Should I not be worried? I want you to type in the thing right now and say, O'Neal, don't worry. I want you guys to type, don't worry. If I shouldn't worry about Brittany, I want you to type, don't worry. Talk to me now. If I shouldn't be worried, I want you to type, don't worry. More on the type, don't worry. If me not for worry. Because I'm worried. I'm worried, so Brittany, I like emotional. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I'm not worried. Don't worry about a thing. Where's I'm not worried? Because every little thing is gonna be alright. Where's I'm not worried? Don't worry about a thing. I don't know sing. Alright. Because every little thing is gonna be alright. Where's the worry? Then again, me for worry because it's just the emotionalness of Brittany in the thing, and I'm going to show you why I say what I say. Don't worry, let me go over to it right now. Let me show you what I go on. Let's get into what's really going on. Why I'm worried about all of this. Let's bring this up. Wanna say, O'Neal, don't worry. I'm looking in the chat right now, and you guys are saying, don't worry. Baby, don't worry. You said, don't worry. But this is why I get worried. This right here.
Like I told your friend, I wouldn't do that. I would not, that is not, I wouldn't get her best friend pregnant.
All right, stop right this up. Stop right this up. No. Anthony is a liar, but I see why. All I can say is this, because I'm an objective person on this. I come on the live to do objectivity, not just for the start. So, the deal here is, we have found out that getting someone else pregnant is a big deal in Georgia. And if that is a big deal in Georgia, then him can't reveal that just easy, just so. So it is now Pierre who know the secret. Dalen knows the secret. Somebody yesterday said that Dalen and Pierre can be subpoenaed to testify in court. But what did them say? The answer is no. Them don't know. How can you find out that they're lying? How can you tell if they're lying? If Anthony doesn't say anything, if Anthony does not say anything, and Dalen and Pierre defends the lie, and nobody else say anything at all, how can we find out? I'm asking you guys this. If Dalen defends Anthony, right? Like I think he's going to, because he's his friend. If Dalen defends Anthony, then how you going to find out? That's my question. May I ask these questions because they're logical and real? How you going to find out? You're not going to find out. But anyway, let's keep rolling.
When your friend was sleeping with my business partner, running around, doing that, did you hold her accountable? Did you say anything that you're saying to me? Because remember, I'm not a man. Dog.
All right, hold on. Before I even get to the next clip, I also see why they're holding on to the Wayne thing so much. And let me bring this up. Let me see if you guys can see. I see why they're holding on to some parts of this so much. I see why they're holding on to it. Because they're holding on to it because they realize that that's where his argument is going to be based. So check this out, guys. Look at this. Look at this. His argument is going to be based there. Because I think he can use, there are some lines we think he can use in this thing. Mental illness, no. So let's see what it is. Okay, so there's an annulment of a marriage, right? But have we passed the annulment period? I'm just using arbitrary things here, so no, for kind of find it out. The reason why he doesn't want them knowing about the baby is this. Right here. Because that is big. That's going to cost him the money. Right here, so it's going to cost him the money. The pregnancy part is going to cost him the money. So he can't use the baby thing. This is why the baby thing cannot come out. the baby thing is important. It can't come up because of that. Some people say he could have used number 10, right? Cruel treatment and all of that. And, but I say, let me get this bigger so you guys can see it. Give me one moment. Let me get this so you guys can see, because I don't think that you guys can actually view this the way that I'm seeing it. There we go. Yes, so there are parts to this that I was talking about yesterday. So, groans, unless the mentally ill. Okay, that's mentally ill. We're looking at the cruel treatment. All right, so when somebody say mental illness, but then the judge go and argue, but him give her a lot of money. So how can it be mental illness? Well, how can it be like cruel treatment if he has been giving her all of these things? That's going to be their argument. So their argument is going to be how it is that I'm treating you so cruel, but I'm giving you all this money. I would have made the argument in a court. Am I incorrect or what? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. He has no leg. Omar said not a leg to stand up on. Lord God. And Anthony can use fraud. I'm asking if can he use fraud on the grounds for a divorce. Hold on. Let's work it. Hey, let's check it out. Can fraud, let's look at this now, be used for a divorce in Georgia? I've been looking up Georgia laws because on me have to check things. Duress, fraud in the marriage. I've been looking up Georgia law for a reason, and I've been checking Georgia law up because me I said no, there's no way. There is a 13 grounds for divorce in Georgia, for it, which is, you see that, duress or fraud in obtaining the marriage. Can he argue this statute? Somebody saying probably can argue this statute. Can he use fraud? Can he use, let me put this in here. Can he use fraud? Because he's saying, can he use fraud? So, because every time they give us something in this series, they're giving it to us to ask us questions. Don't take it light, guys. Don't take it light. People ask me why I'm talk about them thing here, because them a real life scenario. Just that, hey, them just put it in a series. That's all. That's all. It's a real life scenario. These things happen. Divorce happen every day. What do you mean? Y'all are acting like divorce not happen every single day. Can he use fraud in Georgia? There was no fraud. Well, if there's no fraud, me not know worry about, right, Omari? So me not worry then. Me not worry. Okay, they renewed their vows. He was forced to be married. Okay. I like this. I like how people are looking at this because this has no one scope. That's kind of what I was saying to people. This is not a one thing. If you're looking at this from one lens, I believe you're going to be mistaken. If Brittany thought she had an open and shut case, she would not be doing the things she's doing. Am I right or wrong? If Brittany thought she had an open and shut case, she would not be doing the things that she's trying to do. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm right, put right. If I'm wrong, put wrong. If I'm right, put right. If I'm wrong, put wrong. If Brittany thought that they had an open and shut case, if she thought that this case was beyond anything else at all, then she would not be doing what she's doing right now. There's no way. She would have already known that the case open and shut and everything cool. But I'm realizing that there are many different levels to it, and it is indeed complex, which is exactly why she needs to put that tracker on the car. Some people say wrong, Lord gosh. Lord gosh, wrong. Okay. Lord, wrong. People say wrong. Lord, yeah. All right. Why him cheat? Man just cheat, man. Love, Man just love pum pum. Him just want the thing. Why did he cheat? Because, what I mean? Okay, so you're saying Brittany wants maximum payout. But okay, but that's what we're talking about. If Brittany wants maximum payout, and she believed that she had an open and shut case, she would not be trying to put a tracker on Anthony's car. Should have already gone to wherever else it is. That's all I'm saying. If she felt like the case was open, you see, talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Come on. Text, come on. We're going to discuss this today. Come on, we're getting this done today. Yes, a man cheats for different reasons. Men cheat for different things. Man cheat for sometimes a man cheat for the fun of it. You understand? Sometimes a man may cheat because he's not getting enough love at home. Sometimes a man cheat because he's carrying trauma from before. In other words, you know, he might have some trauma that allows him to keep wanting that particular scenario. In other words, it make him want that scenario all the time. Him can't explain it, I'm not understand it, but that's exactly why he's cheating. Since as you guys are asking, man cheat because the next woman just seduced him good enough so till him cheat. Or man can cheat because in some part of Anthony's scenario, he could be drugged and, you know, hey, you cheat because hey, you can't control yourself at that point in time. You have no control over the mind at that point in time. Man cheat because many different things. And ask yourself then why a woman cheat then? You know what I mean? It's just men cheat for those different situations. Sheila can toot it good. Somebody said because Sheila back it up good, right? Because Sheila can back it up good. Some man cheat because Sheila can back it up good. Because she can back it up good. Wait, so because she can back it up, yeah. Bring it up, sing it up, yeah. Sing it up. Because Sheila can back it up, she can back it up, yeah. Sing it. It does take two to tango. But if you can be drugged, people. Stop acting like you guys don't know that you can be drugged. You can be drugged. And as a person who has traveled the world, if you lay yourself careless in certain parts of the world, they will drug you. Let me just make this clear with you people. Because people are making it seem as if, you know, you just get up one day and all of a sudden you're tangoing. No, You can be drugged. You can be sedated. And if you're sedated enough to the point where you have no control over yourself, yes, you will give it up. So don't act like cheating is just a one thing where, you know, the man just get up one day and him just cheat. It's not always like that. You saw that Anthony was already there. His decision-making skills were already lowered. The other times, I'm not talking about the other times. I'm talking about the first time. For the first time, his decision-making skills were already lowered. He tried. He tried to resist Sheila in that particular moment, but he couldn't. He couldn't resist her in that point in time. What do you mean? You guys act like you don't know this thing work. You can be drugged, guys. So stop that. The other part that people talking about, stop that. Come on, guys. Don't even bother with that. Don't even bother with that, guys. Come on. Him have a small package. What do you mean because him have a small package? So how Sheila want it then? We don't know. They've been talking about this package thing and whatever it is. So for those who are coming into the chat, the question is this. Can Anthony claim fraud? The question for those who are coming in the chat is, can Anthony claim fraud? This is the question. That's the question. Can Anthony claim fraud? No. There's no shaming. No shaming not at me, as guys. No shaming. Well, let me look. Let's see. Women look past certain things. Okay, they do. Women do look past certain things. They do look past certain things. So I wanted to know if he could claim fraud, because the fraud part is now becoming something. So let's proceed as to what I'm saying this.
Right.
You are, actually. You are. A filthy, stinking dog.
A gaslighting, filthy, stinking.
Let's go back.
A filthy.
Let's go back.
I'm not a man. Dog, right?
You are, actually. You are. A filthy, stinking dog.
A gaslighting, filthy, stanky dog.
That part.
Yeah, that part.
Maybe that's why we got together. dogs playing in a nice playpen.
All right. So leave it right here, so now. So this is now where we need to talk now. So Anthony says to her that maybe we're two dogs. Is he incorrect for this statement? Is he wrong for this statement? Yes or no? Is Anthony wrong for saying that maybe they're just two dogs? Is Anthony, let me write it in the chat. Lord, if we can type. Is Anthony wrong for saying they are two dogs? Is Anthony wrong for saying that they're two dogs? And no, don't get biased, you know. Go back inside of everything that you're thinking about. Don't get biased, guys. I still want her to win the divorce, but don't get biased, please. Don't make your bias take you over. Now comes the trouble. Because now comes the bias. Bias going to take over people now. Am I wrong? Is he wrong that there are two dogs in this entire thing? Is he incorrect for calling them a dog? Me no want to no back out now, you know. Me no want to no back out now. Old dog like we have here them in a house and tree. And everybody know we wild already. Believe you me name is swing cut on a vagina tree. Old dog like we. Come on, guys, talk to me. Is he wrong? Are they both two dogs? Is he wrong? Why I'm wrong? You say I'm gaslighting? Is he, why I'm incorrect is he's saying that they both have their dirt. And again, guys, I want Amber to win the divorce because I understand she going into the marriage and she had tried her little thing and you can see that she was trying and you can see the moments of things that were happening to her. Again, I have my little setbacks on some parts, which is like the part that she allowed Sheila to come in and take over. You understand? I never really liked those parts. But nonetheless, she in the marriage, fine. She motivate the man, fine. She deserves something out of the marriage, fine. I'm okay with that. Me can live with that as a man. And normally, normally tough for me live with that, you know, but me can live with it. Me can live with it. But he's now making a claim. So Amber should keep the same energy in a court. He is hiding the dirt. For those who are coming in asking why he's hiding the dirt, because the dirt matters to the divorce. If he says that the child is his, it gives Amber all the grounds in the world, as some people were saying in the comments, and you are right, to be able to say, well, see, he was cheating, blah, 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 blah. And so what that does is it doesn't put him in a good place. So it is what it is. He cannot state. He cannot tell the truth at this moment because the truth is going to cost him. He can't tell the truth right now. He can't. It is going to cost him. We've seen now that it can actually cost him. We've seen now that the truth has now become very pertinent to the divorce. And that's why Britain is asking the question over and over and over and over again. He just happens to have some amount of game with it. Well, I'm thinking that that's what it is. But at this point in time, that's what it is shaping up to be. Yes, Amber is going to win. She needs to win because, of course, we see her lose and we see her go through certain pieces. And we've seen, Anthony done some very crude things. He's been unkind, in some parts of what he was doing. Very crude and unkind. So we have seen those. And yes, more want her to, get some amount of, so she not just walk off like that. But let's talk about it. The man said the two of them are two dogs. And people are saying, him incorrect. Let me give you my point on it. I don't think, this is just me. Don't shoot me, Lord. Don't shoot me, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Guys, it doesn't mean that if I give you a point of view, it doesn't mean, please, don't shoot me. I'm just saying he is not wrong. But I understand where you're coming from. But if he's saying that both of them has been playing the field, I understand where I'm coming from. It don't mean I don't want Amber to win. It doesn't mean that I don't think that she's right for asking for a divorce. It doesn't mean any of that. But the thing is, Brittany wants to defend Amber and she wants to hurl insults at him at the same time. I don't know if you can work that like that. I don't know if that maybe is the reason why I'm not okay with it. Brittany wants to defend Amber as the legal counsel and then want to be the friend who is dogging him out. I don't know if that can work. Because then y'all use the whole heap of language them and then, and then no, he's going to give you back something else. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But hey, let me know. You know what I mean? But hey, I want her to win. Honestly, I want her to win. The big man thing, I want her to win. As we say in Jamaica, big man thing, a big man thing. I want Amber to win. But it's shaping up now as if he may use like a fraudulent marriage as the reason. He may use that because he's sticking to that a lot. He's sticking to the fact that she was with Wayne up to the day that he was married. In other words, he was saying, hey, if I would have known, then I probably wouldn't have gotten married. But then, as some people say, renew the vows them. So what does that do? That's another part of the thing. Yeah. Again, people, I'm with you. Amberites. Listen to me, Amberites. Me understand. Me know. Sometimes I can't understand O'Neal. O'Neal just... Me don't know when I say O'Neal. When I say why O'Neal are on the side. That's not true. O'Neal just trying to give a very objective opinion. Me try not to look at it from one angle. Because if you got into a relationship, let's work this out. If you got into a relationship, right, and you never know the next person did something. You got in a relationship with me. Ladies, this is just for the ladies. You got in a relationship with me. And I was out there doing a bunch of different things and you didn't know. And you find out in the middle of the marriage. You would have problems with it too. That's all I'm saying. That's just the only thing. But we'll keep watching, no worries. It's all right, we'll keep watching. I just wanted to come on to ask questions about what's going on here. So the question now we're leaving with is this. The big question is Brittany right for the defense of Amber? And we ask this because we're saying Brittany has gotten very emotional. She's very emotionally attached to the situation. And so because of that, can she hold her cool in the courthouse? Because if she loses it in the courthouse, she is going to lose. Because they're going to show that she has been tainted. If she loses it in the courthouse, if she can't control her emotions and she starts hurling insults and starting to say, oh, well, but you was this, and if she starts to do that in the courthouse, she can't win. I know that they talk about that when it comes to representing a client. In any field, as a matter of fact, any field, once you start to lose it and you start to look biased, that's where you're going at that point in time. Once you start to look biased, that's a problem. Meaning that you're not arguing from objectivity. You're now starting to use attacks versus asking for facts. This is what I mean? It's two different things, I'm asking for facts, or am I just trying to hurl insults? That is my point on it. So tell me what you think about that. What you think about that? What you think about that? What you guys think about that? That's what I ask right now. That's why I feel like Natasha would be the perfect person for something like this. I think Natasha, but Brittany as the advising counsel. That's what I would have wanted. I would have wanted Natasha to be her lawyer, but Brittany has the advising counsel. So in other words, Brittany giving her the information, but Natasha is the one who's representing her. Because Natasha would be should be objective. And Natasha has no skin in the game. So because she has no skin in the game, should be the perfect defense to me. That's what I believe. Well, let me know what you guys think about that. Wanna think? Talk to me. Do you think Natasha it would be the perfect? Would Natasha be the perfect lawyer for Amber? Wanna think? That's my question. If me think a Natasha the one where they need for use. That the man them tell me all sort of thing, but a Natasha they need for use right now. Them need to use Natasha right now. We are say Anthony need Natasha. Okay. Can you imagine Natasha versus Brittany? Yeah, Natasha versus Brittany. Could we see Natasha versus Brittany? Can we see Natasha versus Brittany then? Natasha versus Brittany? That's why I say is Brittany need to get Natasha right now. Lord, una give it trouble, you know. Listen to me, man. I'm pure trouble una in the chat right now. Pure trouble una in the chat. Yeah, but how they going to get to a DNA test? Okay. I was speaking to a lawyer friend of mine about this yesterday, and he says the court does not order a DNA test unless there is a reason for them to order it. I'm in California. Maybe it worked different in Georgia. Maybe that's what you're telling me. But how I'm getting it is that from the lawyer's perspective, and she didn't give any advice. This is not legal advice, so no advice is being solicited here. But the idea are being given. So the idea is that she mentioned to me that unless the court has reasons for asking for a paternity test, then they won't ask for, like, you have to bring up a reason why it's there. You can't just say, oh, we want to test the baby on a DNA test. They're not going to just test it like that. That's what she has said to me. She said they're not going to just test it. It has to be a reason why they're testing it. Why? But then again, maybe, she could say, well, they've been sleeping together, so based on them sleeping together, yeah, that's where it now gets challenging. This is where it now gets, this whole heap of challenge in all of this. That's where the challenge comes in and all of it now. So hold on. Then it say, okay, you're saying Anthony's wrong for calling Amber a dog, but she called him a Lord, we can't deal with it, sir. We can't deal with it. Yeah. Lord God. Yes, they may need the DNA test, guys, but even if they need the DNA test, again, you have to have plausible reason why you need things. You can't just go to the court and say, I need this. They're going to say they need plausible reason. You can do what the lawyer advised me was this. She said, you can do a DNA test if you want one or if you can get one, but we are not going to just do a DNA test for you just like that unless there is plausible reason why you need a DNA test. That's what she said. For those who are just joining us and coming in, we're talking about the Brittany scenario, and we're saying if Brittany is the best representation for Amber. We're asking that question. That's number one. Number two, we're talking about the baby situation. And people are saying they need to order a DNA test. And we're saying that I'm just giving you something like an objective opinion because I'm asking objective opinions. And I ask, say, hey, can they actually take a DNA test just like that? Because, again, these scenarios to me are, I like this Kountry Wayne series because it brings awareness to things that I wouldn't think about. I would not think about these things. I just wouldn't. And we just wouldn't think about it. So when the series bring things up, I know, say, wait, okay, you can actually do that. So it's knowledge for me. And I'm always a person about knowledge. If you guys know anything at all about the arts and the creative arts, I want you to understand this. Back in the medieval days, in the Renaissance days, skits and plays were used to culturize people. or to disseminate information. So don't get it twisted. All of this matters. That's all I'm saying. And that's why some of it gets ridiculous. Yes, it's going to be ridiculous because they want it to be entertaining. But there are little pieces of truths in there. Just like people can tell me, no, you're in the tracker, and they're trying to get you to think. That's all it is. Them just try to get you to think with a series. So that's all it is. Anyways, off my soapbox. Off the performing arts. Off the soapbox. The deal is this right now. The question now is, if Amber gets Brittany and Anthony gets Natasha, who wins? Who wins? Who wins if you have Natasha, I'm writing it, versus Brittany? I put a question in the chat. Who win? If Natasha go against Brittany, who win? That's the question now. If Anthony manages to get Natasha, and it could be so, well, then again, probably not, but it could be, let's see. Anyways, let's say him get Natasha. We're going to make a hypothetical situation. He gets Natasha. Who wins? Natasha versus Brittany. Who wins? Some people say Brittany. There we go. Omari said Brittany. You never know, said Brittany. There we go. Patch Kids said Brittany. Don't Judge say Anthony. Okay. Faye say. Okay, the tracker. Okay. Francia said Brittany will win. Jacqueline said Brittany. Kay said Natasha. Don't Judge say Anthony. Because listen to me, guys. Don't get it twisted, you know. You're as good as your lawyer, you know. You're as good as your lawyer. If your lawyer is good, because I see some lawyer get some people off some case where I thought that they were buried and gone. I've seen some lawyer get people off some cases where I thought that there's no way, no possible way that they can get off, because this is what the court is. It's about evidence and it's about what you can prove. And I said there's no way them can get out this case. And them get off. So, who you think win? So you say Natasha is a business lawyer, so she wouldn't be able to represent him. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Faye said both are dogs. Okay, you still answer the one. Natasha always winning. Natasha is good. And Natasha is very removed. Like, Natasha removes the emotions from her representation. That's what I like about Natasha. As I said before, I like Brittany, but I feel like this one was way too close for Brittany. I feel like her defense in this one is way too close, because now it's almost like she's getting personal versus doing the lawyer. But then again, maybe it's because she's outside of the courtroom. That could be the reason why she is more personal than she is in the capacity of a lawyer. But the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Whole heap of takes on this. We can give a lot of takes on it. We can give a whole heap of takes. The deal is this. Anthony is pretty much trying to claim fraud. He's saying, hey, it's fraudulent at this point in time. They might talk about the divorce, but it seemed like he might go try and push the fraud thing. It seemed like he might go push the fraud thing. That's all I'm saying. Lord, people still wanna chat it up. All right, let me see what I say. They need Kendrick. Some don't like Kendrick. Some plus of them like Kendrick. Where do you want Kendrick against Brittany? Well, I don't know if is Kendrick a business lawyer as well. That's a question. What case have you seen Natasha handle? That's a good question. Yeah, talking to Ant was a little bit enough. But hey, again, that's all my thing was. And thank you for this. Rhonda, I think you're making the point that I was making. I think that Brittany is too emotionally attached to the case. And so that can sometimes make you not be you're not objective in your views. You can't look at the different sides of the story. It makes you not be able to think as well as possible. You just don't. Whenever you're in a mode of this, where you're hot and you really want vengeance at that point in time, it's when you can't think. If me no know nothing else, me know that much. As a ghetto youth. As a ghetto youth. You understand? As a youth, I used to live in the ghetto at some point. Me know this much. If me get too vicious, me can't think. And chances are, you're going to do something you shouldn't do. And that's just all I'm saying. That's the point of what I'm making of all of this. You know? If that's all I'm gonna say. That's the biggie. The fly liar. Somebody said they want it. The fly liar. The fly liar. Alright, me here, you know. But two dogs, you know, two dogs, eh? Two dogs. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Two dogs, just like that. We have to stir it up. This a whole heap must stir it up right now. Lot of mix up. Stir it up. That's why them stirring up right now. Little darling, stir it up. Stir it up. Oh yeah, little darling, stir it up. That's right. Anyways, guys, it is championship weekend, and I'm a football man. I'm not telling you which team I'm rooting for. The team in a red KC. Anyways, it's football weekend. I'm gonna watch football, and I'll keep my eyes peeled on the series. And we'll talk again. Don't worry yourself. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna discuss this some more. I never really like the tracker, but I understand the tracker. But nonetheless, hey, who winning? Who winning on this one? Who winning? Where are we? Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll talk later. Talk to you soon. May the best team win.